Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. In this video today we will discuss answer of the questions given in the textbook of the chapter number 8. So dear student, let's start with the answer of the question given in the textbook. Let's start with the first page of the chapter number 8, motion. In the textbook, right, first the questions are given in a page number 100, right? So on the page number 100, first three questions are given here. Three questions are given. So let us discuss the answer of these three questions. Right? So on the page number 100, first question is that an object has moved through a distance. Can it have a zero displacement? So the question is that like an object covers the some amount of the distance, it has a zero displacement or not? If it has a zero displacement, justify your answer with the example, right? So understand what is the question. An object has moved through a distance. An object covers the some amount of the distance. कैन इट हैव अ जीरो डिस्प्लेसमेंट? उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट जीरो हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है? इफ यस, उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट जीरो हो सकता है. सपोर्ट योर आंसर विद द एग्जाम्पल. गिव वन एग्जाम्पल in which the distance is not zero. The object covers the some amount of the distance but it has a zero displacement. So here, dear student, you know that what is the distance covered by the object and the displacement. So we are more focusing on the displacement. What do you mean by the displacement? The displacement, the shortest distance between the final position and the initial position is called the displacement. So what do you mean by the displacement? The difference between the final position and the initial position is a displacement. But here an object has moved some distance. Can it have a zero displacement? Yes, an object can have a zero displacement even when it moves through a distance. Object covers the some amount of the distance, it has a zero displacement. जब भी कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है वो सम डिस्टेंस, इट कवर्स द सम डिस्टेंस, उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट जीरो हो सकता है. कैसे हो सकता है? सो डियर स्टूडेंट, यू नो दैट व्हेन द फाइनल पोजीशन एंड इनिशियल पोजीशन आर सेम, द डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट कैन बी जीरो. So when the final position of the object coincide with the initial position, right, the displacement of the object is zero, but it covers the some amount of the distance, but it has a zero displacement, right? Suppose you move from your home to school, right, and school to your home, right? Your final position and initial position is at your home, but you cover a some amount of the distance for the motion. But so in this case the distance is not zero but the displacement is zero, right? For example, you can write this example also. For example, if a person moves around a park and stands on a place from where he started, then their displacement is zero. So person moves around a park on a one complete circular, it covers the some amount of the distance but it has a displacement zero, right? Understand the answer of the first question, right? An object as move a some covers the some distance, it have a zero displacement. When the displacement of the object is zero? When the final position and the initial position are same, the displacement of the object is zero but it covers the some amount of the distance, right? Now We discuss the question number 2 given on the page number 100. A farmer moves along the boundary of the square field of a side 10 meter in a 40 second. A farmer moves along the boundary of the square field of a side 10 meter in a 40 second. So he covers the 10-meter distance in a 40 second. What will be the magnitude of the displacement of the farmer at the end of the 2 minute and 20 second from his initial position? Right? A farmer covers the 10-meter distance in a 40 second. What will be the magnitude of the displacement in at the end of the 2 minute 20 second? So first of all, 2 minute 20 second, convert this into the second. 1 minute is equal to 60 second, 2 minute is equal to 120 second, and 20 second. That means in a 140 second, how much displacement, magnitude of the displacement of the farmer? So let us discuss the answer. Here, if we consider the square field like this, consider this type of the square field, and a farmer started its motion at any point A, B, C or D. The sides of the square field is given to you 10 meter, right? Any sides of the square field is given to you 10 meter and it covers in a 20 second. So therefore the perimeter of the square field is given to you. What is the formula to find the perimeter? 4 multiplied by the length of the square. So the perimeter of the square field is 10 meter multiplied by 4 sides, it is equal to 40 meter. Right? Now the farmer moves along the boundary in a 40 second. How much second it completes the one boundary? 40 second. It covers the 10-meter distance in a 40 second. So displacement after 2 meter 20 second. How we convert this 2 meter 20 second into the second? Right? 2 minute is equal to 1 minute is equal to 60 second. So 2 minute is equal to 2 multiplied by 60 second plus 20 second. So 140 second. So here we need to find the displacement after 140 second. So in a 40 second it covers the one field, another 40 second it covers the first 40 second it reached to from A to B, another 40 second it reached to B to C, and another 40 second it reached to C to D, right? Like this. So therefore in a 1 second the distance covered by the farmer is a 1 meter, right? 40 in the 40 10 second, right? 10 meter distance covered by the, so in the 10 meter, right, distance, the 40 meter distance covered in a 40 second. So the distance covered by the farmer in a 1 second is a 1 meter. So the distance covered by the farmer in a 140 second, in a 140 second the distance covered by the farmer is equal to 1 into 140 meter, that is 140 meter. So dear student, here in a 140 second the distance covered by the farmer is a 140 meter, right? So how much revolution, how many revolutions are completed in a 140 second? So the number of rotation to cover 140 meter along the boundary is equal to total distance divided by perimeter. So the total distance is a 140 meter divided by perimeter of the square is a 40 meter, we get the 3.5 round. So the farmer completes the 3 complete round and a half round. So after this, right, if it completes the 1 round, it reached to A point, complete the second round, it reached to again A point, complete the third round, it reached to A point, right? And half of the field is it reached to the point C, right? So after a completion of 3.5 round, the farmer reached to the point C, right? So the displacement of the farmer, magnitude of the displacement is from A to C. So the displacement of the farmer we calculate to calculating a AC. This distance A to C we can easily calculate by the with the help of the Pythagoras theorem, right? So therefore the displacement of the farmer AC is equal to under root of 2 side square, 10 square plus 10 square. You know dear student, 10 square is a 100 plus 100. We get the under root of the 200, that means 10 root 2. The value of root 2 is a 1.414, right? So the magnitude of the displacement is 14.14 meter. So understand dear student how to calculate the magnitude of the displacement in this case. So let us repeat once again, right? So the question is given like this. A farmer moves along the boundary of the square field of a side 10 meter in a 40 second. 40 सेकंड में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करता है फार्मर? 10 मीटर डिस्टेंस, राइट? व्हाट will be the magnitude of the displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds from his initial position. 2 minutes 20 seconds, that means 140 second. So 140 सेकंड में उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या है हमको फाइंड करना है. सो पहले हम क्या फाइंड करेंगे कि 140 सेकंड में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करेगा. सो 40 सेकंड में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर हुआ? 10 मीटर, 40 मीटर डिस्टेंस कवर हुआ. सो हियर इफ वी कंसीडर द स्क्वायर फील्ड, हम ऐसी एक स्क्वायर फील्ड कंसीडर करेंगे, उसकी साइड है क्या? 10 मीटर है. एंड ही कंप्लीट्स द वन बाउंड्री इन अ 40 सेकंड. सो एक रिवॉल्यूशन कंप्लीट करने में कितना टाइम लगता है? 40 सेकंड लगता है. सो व्हाट इज द डिस्टेंस? सो साइड्स ऑफ द स्क्वायर फील्ड कितनी है? 10 मीटर है. सो पेरीमीटर क्या होगा? 10 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 इज इक्वल टू 40 मीटर. सो दिस 40 मीटर डिस्टेंस इज कंप्लीटेड इन अ 40 सेकंड. सो the distance covered by the farmer in a 1 second is the 40 divided by 40, that is a 1 meter. So farmer covers the 1 meter distance in a 1 second, right? So in a 140 second, how much distance is covered by the farmer? So 1 second में 1 meter distance cover करता है. So 140 second में कितना distance cover होगा? 140 meter distance cover होगा. So यहाँ से हम 140 मीटर डिस्टेंस कंप्लीट करेंगे तो फार्मर की फाइनल पोजीशन क्या आएगी? सी पर आएगी, राइट? कैसे? सो नंबर ऑफ रोटेशन, कितना रोटेशन कंप्लीट किया? सो नंबर ऑफ रोटेशन टू कवर अ 140 मीटर डिस्टेंस along the boundary is equal to total distance divided by perimeter. So total distance is a 140 meter divided by perimeter is a 40 meter. So we get the answer 3.5 round, right? What do you mean by this 3.5 round? So farmer completes the 3 round and half round, right? So farmer 3 rounds complete करेगा तो कितना डिस्टेंस होगा? 1 राउंड में 40 मीटर, सेकंड राउंड में 40 मीटर, थर्ड राउंड में 40 मीटर, that is a 120 meter distance. And again it completes the half round, right? So 20 meter distance. So after a 140 second, the farmer covers the 3 complete round and the half round. So the final position of the farmer is a C, right? So farmer here starting from A, farmer completes the 3 round, right, and a half round. So the final position of the farmer is at a C. So magnitude of the displacement is the shortest distance between the initial position A and the final position C. So here we need to calculate the shortest distance AC. So how we calculate AC? With the help of the Pythagoras theorem. So here two sides is given to you 10 meter, right, and we need to find the hypotenuse. So we calculate the magnitude of the displacement AC is equal to under root of first side square 10 square plus second side square 10 square. So we get under root of 100 plus 100 under root of 200. So we get 10 root 2. That means 10 multiplied by value of root 2 is a 1.414, and if you multiply this we get the answer 14.14 meter. So the magnitude of the displacement is a 14.14 meter, right? Now understand this example. Now we going towards the third question, right? Which of the following is true for the displacement, right? It cannot be 0, its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. So which one is true for that, right? For the displacement, which statement is true? The displacement cannot be 0. Displacement can be 0 if the final position and initial position are same, are coincide. The displacement of the object is 0. So first statement is false, right? So if the displacement can be a 0 when the final position and the initial position is same, the displacement can be 0. So first statement is false. The displacement can be 0. Second statement, right, its a magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. No, right, the second statement is also false, because the magnitude of the displacement is always less than or equal to the distance traveled by the object. So understand answer of the both the questions, right? Both the statement is false, right? None of the statement is true for the displacement, right? So here both the statement is false. First statement is false because the displacement can be 0, right? Second statement is also false because the displacement is always less than or equal to the distance traveled by the object. So dear student, understand the answer of the all the three questions given on a page number 100. Now we move towards the next page, page number, the questions given in a page number 102, right? There are 5 questions given in a page number 102. So let us discuss the answer of this all the 5 questions given in a page number 102. So on the page number 102, first question is distinguish between the speed and velocity, right? So what is the difference between the speed and velocity? So this difference we already discussed in the previous video, right? So see the video to understand more about what is the difference between the speed and velocity. What is the speed? Speed is the distance traveled by an object in a given interval of time. Whereas what is the velocity? Velocity is the displacement of the object in a given interval of time. Speed is the distance traveled by the object in a unit time, whereas the velocity is the displacement of an object in a unit time. What is the formula of the speed? Speed is equal to distance divided by time, whereas velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Right? Speed is a scalar quantity. It has a magnitude only. Velocity is a vector quantity. It has a both the magnitude as well as the direction. Right? So understand about the first question. What is the difference between the speed and velocity? Now we move towards the second question. Right? Under what condition or conditions is the magnitude of average velocity of an object is equal to its average speed? In what condition the magnitude of the average velocity is equal to the magnitude average speed? Right? So answer of this question is the magnitude of average velocity of an object is equal to its average speed only and only when the object is moving in a straight line. So dear student, when the object is moving in a straight line, right, the magnitude of the average velocity is same as the magnitude of average speed, or we can say the average speed. Right? Understand answer of the second question. Next, third question. What does the odometer of an automobile measures? The odometer of an automobile measures the distance covered by the object. Right? The odometer is the meter indicated in all the vehicles, and this odometer in the automobile vehicles measures the distance covered by the object or distance covered by the vehicles. Now, question number 4. What does the path of an object look like when it is in the uniform motion? So, dear student, when the object is in the uniform motion, what does the path of the object look like? So, when the object having a uniform motion has a straight line path. So when the object is moving in a straight line, the motion is said to be a uniform motion also, right? So when the object is moving in a uniform motion, its a path is look like a straight line. Now answer of the question number 5, right? During an experiment, a signal from a spaceship reached the ground station in a 5 minute. A signal from a spaceship reached to the ground in a 5 minute. How much minute? 5 minute, right? What was the distance of the spaceship from the ground station? We need to calculate the distance from the ground station to the spaceship. So signal travel at a speed of the light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter. So the speed of the signal is given to you 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So it covers the distance of 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter in a 1 second. So in a 5 minute, how many seconds are there? Yes. So speed of the signal is given to you 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Time 5 minute. Convert this 5 minute into the second. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 5 minute is equal to 5 multiplied by 60, that is a 300 second. So the distance traveled by the signal, distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. Speed is a 3 into 10 raised to 8 and time is a 300 second. So 3 3s are 9 into 10 raised to 8 plus 2, 10 raised to 10 meter. So the distance between a spaceship from the ground station is 9 into 10 raised to 10 meter. That means after 9 there are 10 zeros are there, right? So dear student, understand answer of all the questions given in a page number 100 and the one not 2, right? So next question answer we will discuss in a next video. So keep watching my video.